Well, D-Mart has created history as the Radhakishan Damani-led company lists at 600 rupees, which was a 100% premium to the issue price of 299, but it's now at 632. A company which started with a single store in 2002 is now worth 40,000 crores as we speak. We have two veterans of the markets now joining us, Vallabh Bhanshali of Enam Securities and N. Kumar of Prime Securities. Good afternoon to both of you. Mr. Bhanshali, let me first come to you. You have tracked Mr. Radhakishan Damani's journey, of course, for many decades now. When he started this company in 2002, did you ever think it would be worth 40,000 crores in a matter of 15 years?
Not the least, for two reasons. One, Mr. Damani did not start with a big vision. This started almost as an accident. But more importantly, because Mr. Damani never talks about the future, he is such a modest person. But one thing was clear, that he was on to something very nice and very big, because we had seen his success in the stock market. But to say that could we saw 40,000 crores? No way.
Mr. Bhanshali, good afternoon and thanks for joining us. You've known Mr. Damani for over 3 to 4 decades now. What do you think his vision is here on? Because so far he's achieved a lot of success in the retail space. But what next? Are we looking at him creating a Walmart out of a D-Mart, or are there some other avenues that he has his sights set on?
I think we must understand Mr. Damani as a person. He is an incredibly modest person, an incredibly wise person, which means that that he doesn't think in a fantasy-like manner. He tries to understand the basic principles which take life forward, take business forward, etc. And he has tried to adopt that in all aspects of life, his personal life, his children's life, and whether he was a speculator or a stock market investor, and now in this business. So he says, keep it simple, try and do your best, whether it becomes Walmart, bigger than small Walmart, or some small mart, it doesn't matter to him. So I wouldn't want to talk in that language. But I think what he has shown is that if you keep it simple, which means I deliver the best value for my customer, and I work within my capacity and my circle of competence, India is a country of growth, and you can do very well. So I think these are the three things, that this is the tripod on which he works. Keep it simple, know your competence, and India is a growth market, so you don't have to do anything funny. Just keep working, keep working.
Of course.
Given that, I think we don't know, how big this can become.
Oh yes, as you said, he has been quite modest, because
yes,
not too many people can do that. And again, Mr. Bhanshali, the Midas touch, and going into areas where you sometimes don't know anything. Even relaunching Sridevi's movie, and even that becoming a big hit. So it tells a lot about the man. I know you're saying that if you'll keep it simple in a country like India, you will achieve success. But clearly, that vision stands out, Mr. Bhanshali.
Yes, I think, I've known Radhakishan ji now for almost 35 years from the time he came to the market. And so he was somebody who was not from the stock market. His father was very much a part of the market floor, but he unfortunately died young. And Radhakishan ji kind of, took over from him. But he was an amazing listener and a very avid learner. People know this as it's not a myth, it's true that he would stand at the corner of Dalal Street for 5 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours a day, meeting hundreds of people. And he learned from everybody, he respected everybody. And therefore he has seen the world from ground level up. At the same time, he always admired whosoever had succeeded, particularly those who had succeeded in the right manner. So he knew all the great stories that were happening, and he knew the common man. And he has been putting the two together in all that he did. He knew the pulse of the market. He knew the principles by which great people had succeeded. He tried to apply them in his own simple manner. And therefore, I think when it came to D-Mart, he said, look, I don't understand credit, I don't want to, make borrowings and so on, and why not deliver a simple product to the customer? One thing that I can share with you, I think one of the questions asked them on the roadshow was that, what about special schemes for consumers and how do you incentivize them? And they said, look, we don't want to confuse the consumer. Every time you give a special scheme, he has to go into thinking, and sometimes he's tempted wrongly. So we don't want to do that. We simply just give him the best possible price with a smiling face in the most efficient manner. So this is the kind of wisdom that he has developed through his grounds-up approach. And once you understand this part, you will understand why people are so excited about D-Mart.
Okay, that point is taken. Today is a phenomenal day for investors as well. I mean, 100% premium in one trading session, or more than 100%. You don't get to see that very often. I've hardly seen it. And I've heard a lot of stories about how Mr. Damani has shared his wealth a lot in the past as well, much before D-Mart became a success. But I want to understand from you, is there a learning in this for a lot of young entrepreneurs to leave a little more on the table for shareholders at the time of listing?
I think I had an occasion to be part of the listing ceremony, and I said, Mr. Radhakishan Damani, life is university. Learning from that will be more profitable even than investing in D-Mart. If you know him socially, he is somebody who never speaks loudly. He doesn't want to win every argument. He is happy to stand in a corner, and he just showed that how developing an acumen is more important than being supremely intelligent, how having the right information is more important than being extremely well informed, knowing the right people who he can trust is more important than having a large network, and trusting people that he works with. So he has trusted Neville Noronha and his team ardently, given them a few principles, and he let them function. And it's such a low profile. I think the atmosphere in the company is one of an IT startup with shirt sleeves and so on. So, we fail to understand, fail to believe that how goodness and listening and modesty, along with business acumen, of course, can create wonders. So I think it's an extraordinary learning, not only for youngsters, but for all those who care to learn.
Oh, yes.
I am one of them. I'm a great admirer of the man, more than his company too.
Well, you have company, Mr. Bhanshali. Of course, all of us, are trying to learn from him. But, of course, today is not the day to talk about, whether the stock is expensive or not. But let's talk about this business, Mr. Bhanshali, because, the fact is that the brick and mortar model is struggling a bit in the face of the kind of online models which are there right now. What next? Because if this company has to scale up from here, the existing model, while it's working, also needs scaling up. Do you think that will happen as we move forward?
What prevents Mr. Damani from, developing a proper platform for e-commerce too? At the end of the day, if you understand the proposition that you must deliver the best goods at best prices, he doesn't have to do it himself. I'm sure that a number of professional teams will want to come and work with him. So he's open to it. I'm not saying that he will do it or that there's a plan to do it, but I simply think that, there's so many companies that have survived for decades, not based on the original, business plan. If they have the ability to learn and evolve, I think the same opportunity, lies with Mr. Damani and D-Mart, and I'm sure they would be looking at it.
Okay, well, before we let you go, Mr. Bhanshali, everything is electronic now. I mean, no one goes to the Bombay Stock Exchange anymore. So this was the first day after, I think, many, many years that we saw all the market veterans come together in the Bombay Stock Exchange. So a pretty historic day for all of us. If you had to tell us one fond memory that you have of the times when, you guys used to trade in the ring together with Mr. Damani, what would that one memory be?
Well, I wasn't someone who went to the ring much, but I think in the 2007-8 period, so that is not ring period. Sonia, I'm sorry, I am not able to think of an event which was linked to the ring with Mr. Damani. But of course, I have seen a crisis in the ring many times, and when we saw markets crash and rise, etc. But with Mr. Damani, I'm sorry, I don't have a memory.
Okay, Mr. Bhanshali, it was a pleasure talking to you. You know, some of our colleagues who attended the ringing ceremony today said that it's the best day of their life, because they've seen so many market veterans just talk about so many issues, and of course saw history being created today. So phenomenal day for everyone. Thanks a lot, Mr. Bhanshali, for joining us today on this momentous day. But we have
I share that feeling very much, that it was one of the most glorious days for me.